Hey Virgo, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. So technically this is from the 25th through the 31st in Scorpio season. So Virgo, hope that you have been doing well. Thank you so much for tuning back in and listening to what it is that we are going to share with you today. We have, by the time you're going to see this, it's going to be Tuesday. But what I was saying to the other signs, I had a little challenge. We had MEA week last week, and so I spent, time with the kids, and I enjoyed doing that, and got the videos done, and forgot to hit the upload button. So I uploaded all that I could today. Had a boo-boo, so I'm just recording a couple, re-recording Scorpio, Virgo, and Libra. So they will all be up today here Tuesday. Having had said all that, Monday and Friday of this week, technically, energetically, are the better days of the week. And I'm going to get into what's going on here Tuesday when you see this uploaded through the remainder of the week, okay? So basically, Monday would have been a continuation of Gemini's good energy that we would have had last week. And then Tuesday, today, Wednesday, all belongs to Cancer. As we're switching the signs over, we have the energy of Leo on Thursday, Friday, a little bit of Saturday, but on Saturday it switches into the sign of Virgo again. So if you're a moon sign, then you're going to want to pay special attention to these particular messages. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to continue to talk about the rest of the astrology, is grab out the sun, the rising, and the moon special spread that I'll do at the end of the reading for all of we Virgos. Okay, so let me continue to go on. Let me just see. Okay, so Tuesday today, technically, and Saturday are really kind of the heaviest energetic days of the week, and that's because of some major transitions. So one of the bigger things that's still going on, and it's popping up in today's astrology, is that we're still dealing with that whole Chiron and Aries situation. We've been talking about that since April, and it's the kind of put up or shut up type of situation that you have to manage within yourself, right? And with it being here in Scorpio season, it's a time where most people are really going to start feeling comfortable saying what's on their heart. The retrograde periods really kind of slowed some things down, especially with communication. I think we all know that. And as it's starting to move into its direct fashion, people are now really starting to try to get their ideas and things like that into play. But the challenge that comes up with that, would if we have that square with the watery energy in Cancer, is that it may not be fluid. It may be bleh information, or it just may not be very fluid type of conversation. The other thing that we have going on is a square with Mercury still having a conversation with Libra. So even though Mercury went direct, we still have that shadow period. We're still in shadow period. So today's going to be one of those days where, although we want things to be calm with communication, Libra's doing the best job that she can trying to balance some things out, but there could still be tech problems, there still could be communication problems, things of that nature, even though people are really wanting to bring it out. And the other big thing that is going on is that Venus, okay, is in a pattern with feisty Sagittarius energy. So it's not aggressive as much as it is like, let's go, and like do this new thing. The problem is that we can't do this new thing very easily for some people. So the drive might be there, but the balance in trying to get to that point is not. So those are kind of the bigger energies that we're facing here on Tuesday throughout the portion of the day. And then, of course, the very last one that we've been talking about for a while has been the energy of where Taurus, okay, because Venus is here. We got Libra and Taurus in the mix today. Where Taurus is having this dance with Uranus. And so Uranus, again, is the energy of the Fool, wanting to have new beginnings and start new things. And Taurus is like, well, how do we practically do this on a day-to-day basis? So you've got all of those energies in one day, and that's today. So whether it started off like that this morning, whether you experience some of those different things throughout the day, if you're seeing this maybe on lunch break or something like that, or even if you resonate with what you're seeing by the time you get home from office work today, thank you, this one, Just know that that's what's kind of going on, okay? Now I'm going to jump over to Saturday real quick because that is the other big, ginormous, energetic day. I will do the other details as we get into it here, but Lord. Okay, so Saturday we have a lot going on. We will have officially moved Moon into the position of Leo. So again, that big push, aggressive, well, not aggressive, but just like, let's get that fiery energy that's out there. Does finally have this good conversation with Venus in Sagittarius. So that's a really fun trine because it's shining the light on things that you really want to be able to get done and starting to push the needle a little bit. Then we've got the Sun in Scorpio shining the light on how we want to be able to change some things. But the square that happens is with this airy-fairy energy that we have with Aquarius all through this week, either switching the signs between Aquarius in Saturn or Aquarius in Jupiter. Okay, when it shows up in the sign of Saturn, it's challenging us on how the thing that's going to shows up, and so that creates a little bit of kerfluffle for some people, right? Then Mars actually enters into the sign of Scorpio on Saturday as well, so that can be a little bit more forceful and a little bit more aggressive for some people, and it could create a couple of kerfluffles for some individuals. Now, what's good thing about the energy with Virgo coming in is that it will force people to slow down just a little bit if it gets a little funky. Okay, but that is a lot of energy on this particular day. 1, 2, okay, thank you. And so that's why it's one of the heavier energetic days. Sunday we kind of get a little bit of break, so happy Samhain if you celebrate Samhain, Halloween, getting ready to celebrate the Days of the Dead and other cultures. That's wonderful. All Saints Day would be coming up the very next day. So however you celebrate, remembering your family within your culture, I hope that you have a wonderful celebration. So that is the moon, this is the rising, and this would be the sun sign of Virgo. We will read that again at the end. This week we have our fairy friends with us. Wanting to come in and hang out and have some conversation. So hopefully she'll stay put. We'll see what happens. And we're going to go ahead and jump into the base part of the read. And as we always start with the Sacred Geometry deck, that's what we're going to do here. We're going to go ahead and use the Psychic Tarot deck again. Look in the description box below. All the cards that I'm using are listed below in case you're interested. We will use the Psychic Tarot deck, and we will use either the White Sage Tarot, the In-Between Tarot, or the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. They've been different for all the readings that I've done for this particular week, so we're just going to roll with whatever universe tells us to roll with. But we do have a lot of other oracles that are going to come out. So here we go. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, the week of the 25th through the 31st. Here we go. Woo! We do have two. I was questioning. Whoops, we have two. Hello, Butterfingers. There we go. Let's get that put back over here. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is not the first. I started to record this. Let me see who else got this. We think we had, it was either Pisces or Taurus, and then I think it was Capricorn or Leo that got this meditation card. And the reason it's specific is because it has a requirement for you from a spiritual perspective to get connected to higher wisdom. But one of the things that's going on for people as we're transitioning the season, what's going on with is my camera crooked? I don't know if it is the Sri Yantra symbol that's in here. It's a really, really, really good invitation from Spirit to work on your manifestation, especially your physical dollars. So if you use this grid, if you take a picture of this or you download Sri Yantra, Y-A-N-T-R-A. God, how much coffee did I have? I only had 1 cup. It's a really good way to honor your money and bring in abundance. Okay, so this is one of the cards that you got, Virgo, is making sure that you're meditating, and then there's an alternate way here for you to continue to meditate and have gratitude for the things you have, but expand that for yourself this week, okay? The other card that you have here, which I love, is the Unconditional Love card, okay? Card 20. So the universe is indicating that you're at the right place at the right time for not only spiritual, but physical rewards this week as well, especially for manifestation. So we are going to be talking a lot about your heart chakra. So I can already tell you that we're going to have a lot of our green crystal friends wanting to come out, your malachite, your rose quartz, your kunzite if you have it, rhodochrosite if you have it. As far as the meditation card is concerned, I will go into it at the end, but I can tell you that we're going to be looking at clear quartz. We're going to be looking at citrine. We're going to be looking at pyrite in order to help bolster with those particular colors. What I think is also wonderful at this harvest season is that those colors of gold and orange and red are, you know, within the color wheel for what we have going on here, being grounded, being grateful, and being open to receiving more within this harvest period. Cool? Cool. All right, my friends, let us go ahead and get down the cards for this week. Now, yes, I know Monday technically passed, but I'm going to go ahead and just do it as regular anyway, okay? All right, here we go. Virgo, 25th through the 31st. Monday. Tuesday, thank you. Wow, Wednesday. They said keep that one, okay. Thursday. Friday, ooh. Saturday, Sunday, Sunday. Thank you. Okay. Well, my friends, what we have going on here is information that's showing up to you this particular week, okay? We have 1, 2, 3 major arcana that are starting here at the very beginning of the week. We've got a card that showed up in the sideways position here, which means that by the weekend, it looks like some things are shifting and turning. Looks like we got a lot of mental air energy that's going on over here, which might be the reason why they are going to talk to you about pentacles here in order to ground out, because I see some water, see some swords, see some fire. Let's see what else we have going on here for you. Basically, what I'm getting out of this is that there's some decisions that have been made, or there'll be some information that's presented to you by this weekend that's going to have a lot to do with making choices. Some of it can be financial choices, some of it can be relationship choices if it's relating to work or projects or things of that particular nature. That's what's getting ready to show up. And some of you are going to feel uncomfortable making the transition or the choice that you need to be able to make, but the reason why this is a good time in Scorpio season is the Death card is really wanting people to make the changes that have been presented. So if you've not seen something, if you've missed a signal in the past, so to speak, this is the week where it's really laid out cleanly for you and you're going to be able to make this change. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the details that we have here, okay? On Monday, the card that we have is the Hangman. It's the energy of sacrifice. At least that's what it's titled here in this particular card, okay? So the energy of sacrifice, it's the energy of the Hangman, it's the energy of expansion, it's the energy of giving the universe an opportunity to try to communicate to you. It's an opportunity for you to receive a lot of clarification if you can take the time to go in and meditate. It's about changing your perspective on something. So Monday would have been a really big day, a catalyst day. A lot of different possible things would have popped up, which would have put you in that mind frame, or you had the awareness of being in that mind frame. It's very possible that some of you feel or felt that you were sacrificing yourself a little too much, or the concept of sacrifice. Like, how much time am I giving to this person, place, thing, idea, whatever the situation is? Is it good for me? Is it not good for me? It's one of those different types of things that comes up. We will do clarifiers on every single day, okay? The energy of today, which is Tuesday, is Venus. It's the Empress in the reverse position, which means that there is a little bit of resistance, but we also do have that Venus in Sagittarius energy that I was telling you guys about today, which has that square. And I didn't explain the square. The square was that whole airy fairy Neptune and Pisces energy that we've got. So the moon, double moon energy, double lot of water, right? A whole lot of bunch of stuff that's going on here. Subconscious information. It's possible that fears, doubts, insecurities are being bubbled up to the system so that you can change them and you can address them and alchemize them to the best of your ability. The other thing that comes up with that is that your emotions are really coming to the surface, and for a lot of people, you're going to be challenging the loyalty that you have within a certain situation, or whatever the process might be for you, the loyalty. So for some of you, this is why I say this is going to be heavy relationship. Let's just say situationship, because it doesn't matter whether if it's work or personal. This is really about you, Virgo, at this particular moment, owning the different change or challenge that's coming up. Here's what's throwing me a little bit, okay? On Wednesday, we had 2 cards. They wanted these to stay together. For some reason, Virgo, you are giving up your power, okay? We have the energy of the 7 of Rods here in the reverse position, which usually indicates that you're giving up your power to something. You are not on top of the situation, or you're backing down off of something just a little bit. Now, we do have a couple of squares that show up on this day. Again, we have Mercury still having a conversation with Libra. And we also have the energy of Mars talking to Libra. So there's a lot of aggressive energy on this particular day that might be a little bit catawampus. This is the only day, though, that the Cancer energy is really supportive with that Moon in Pisces. Neptune and Pisces, because it's the creation of the flow, allowing yourself to get into the flow. But unfortunately, we've got the Magician, Mercury, in the reverse position. So if this was an individual, I would say that you are definitely letting someone else manage a situation that you should probably be on top of yourself, giving your power away. And or it's also possible that this is the day that you just don't have the clarity because of all the placements that are going on within the chart on this particular day. We'll clarify. So as you've been with me for the month of October here, you know that this deck per se isn't necessarily meant to be read in the reverse, but we're honoring the way that they came out for a reason. And I will do clarifiers on each one of them so that we can get the best information that we can. But double reverse 2 days in a row is a little bit interesting to me. Let's move forward. Let's get to the energy of Thursday. Now, this is where it kind of gets exciting. We have the Ace of Rods, or the Ace of Wands, however you learned the terminology, okay? This is where the Moon enters into the sign of Leo. We get our fire energy going on here. And the Moon in Leo has this juicy trine with Chiron and Aries. So it's almost like you got your spark back, in a sense. There's something that is being given to you. There's a message about something that you should be doing, should be managing, should be handling, kind of like Stella getting her groove back or whatever the case may be. So if you've been going through this challenge emotionally with all of this water, this Cancer energy, this emotional energy from the past several days, by the time you get to the energy of Thursday, you're kind of back in fire a little bit. At least there's information that you're aware of that you need to move towards. But here's where it gets a little tricky. When we get to the beginning of Friday, we have the 8 of Cups in the sideways position. So for me, what that means is that you're in the middle of the transition on this particular day. You're in the middle of making a changeover. We do have a huge opposition that shows up on this particular day with that whole Saturn in Aquarius energy. So that big, how do I expand, mental, physical, spiritual sense? How do I begin to do that with all the other energies that are taking place? Well, with the 8 of Cups in the upright, it means that you are emotionally withdrawing from all the things that you can no longer manage because you've already done all the things that you can do. You can't do one more thing. You can't. You've crossed all your T's, you've dotted all your I's, you've graduated to the next level. You need to just fold it up and you need to feel comfortable moving forward. But of course, anytime you make a big change, that is emotional. So what you're doing is you're honoring your water at this particular moment. You're honoring your emotions in whatever the situation or change happens to be for you. At least you're at the beginning stages of doing that. When we get to Friday, or Saturday, I beg your pardon, I do like this. I do like the fact that this card showed up in the reverse position. What we have is the conflict and defeat, is what they call it here, the 5 of Swords energy. Like I said, Friday is the best, one of the better energetic days in the week. Saturday, what we have here is one of the heavier days of the week, but with conflict and defeat being in the reverse position, the Five of Swords, is that you are healing from, or you are releasing a bad conversation, heated conversation, heated mental thought process, like mental daggers you want to be chucking at somebody in a sense. A lot of the times it can mean internal thought processes, but whatever was bothering you is potentially going to completely be released by the time you get to this Saturday. It looks like you're starting this process when you get to this Saturday, but by Sunday, if you thought that there was any shenanigans around you, they're done. So this card is titled Deception and Envy. It's the Seven of Swords. So this is a very fast progression towards getting from here to there. Now, you guys know how I personally feel about the Seven of Swords. It gets a bad rap sometimes because of the way that it can be interpreted by other people. Very rarely do I say, watch your butt, because it's sneaky and this and that and the other thing. But what I will say is that the Seven of Swords is the energy of holding something so close to the vest because you want to protect this energetic system that you have. You want to protect this thought process that you've had, and you're doing one of these. So if people are watching you carry this, well, she's got a chip on her shoulder, he's got a chip on his shoulder, something's going on over there, I can just feel it energetically. Well, yeah, it's because someone's really trying to hold on to something. When you get to the position where the Seven of Swords is in the reverse position, someone has decided that they no longer need to carry this heavy burden that they're managing for themselves, this wish, this want, this level of high-graded protection, and they are communicating out what they haven't said before. They're opening up a shop, they are closing a shop, they're basically letting all of the swords out, all of the mental energy that has been spent on something, protecting something, is finally being opened up and shared with whoever else is involved with it. So there is a release of that type of energy that pops up here. So technically, I want to focus on what's going on with the Venus card today, what's going on for Wednesday, and where we're at when we get to Friday in this transitionary period here. Let me just pick this card up here, because I think that's going to have a big play about what's happening. And then, of course, I will follow suit with whatever it is that they tell me to do. But, you know, whatever's going on here, it's a big transition here towards the beginning of the week. And let's just kind of see how it flows. Okay, universe, which deck would you like for me to use? So they are picking the Tiny But Mighties. They are picking the White Sage Tarot. So we are going to go back. They said take a look at the Sacrifice card just to clarify for a few people. Okay. Hangman energy, Sacrifice energy, going within, receiving information, taking a break from something as well. That is also the energy of Neptune, just so that you're aware. And that does, it doesn't necessarily have its origins in the placement on that particular day, but that is that airy fairy thought process energy in one sense. How do I expand? And so, like, kind of going within. They said stop talking and go. Okay, Sacrifice. Talk to me about why Virgo had the Sacrifice card on Monday. We have the Hermit card in reverse. Okay. So for my Virgos, you definitely were probably not feeling in the past as though you had the information and you thought you could walk away and just try to do it on your own. And the universe was like, no, because you didn't receive the clarity that you needed. Ace of Swords in the reverse position. But by the end of it, you got to the point where you were realizing that the Nine of Rods or the Nine of Wands, however you learn the terminology, was trying to let you know from a spiritual perspective you're stronger than what you think. Two, you're so close to what it is that we're trying to show you. Please don't give up right before the end, because we're really trying to show you this. And this is the whole reason why the Sacrifice card came up. Is that if you didn't spend any time on Monday trying to really dig deep within yourself, then that's what the universe was trying to push you towards. Therefore, when we get to today's energy of why Venus is in the reverse position, why is the Empress in reverse? The Empress is about new creation. The Empress is about fertility. The Empress is about bringing new things forward. The Empress is about the divine feminine energy that wants to have something nurtured. But when the Empress shows up in the reverse position, she's not allowing the universe to bring anything to her because she's too busy chasing, and that's not her natural position. Okay? Like I said, we do have Venus in Sagittarius, which is squaring that whole Pisces and Neptune energy. So it's a lot of subconscious. Wow. 4 of Wands in reverse, 4 of Cups in reverse. Five of Swords. Okay. They're trying to show you, this is just the universe's way with Venus being in reverse by saying this is affecting Virgo, because here's some of the other things that are going on. You got the 4 of Wands in reverse, the 4 of Cups in reverse, and you've got the 5 of Swords. So what the universe is saying is that the universe is trying to help you understand your stability. Okay, and that would be the stability that we have within home or business. 4 of Rods in reverse. 4 of Cups offers opportunities that you're finally having to accept for yourself. But the 5 of Swords comes up here, and again, that's the same card that we have here towards the end of the week. What they're saying is that this is the day where something is shared with you that helps you get to the point where instead of you feeling as though you've got to defend yourself at all costs, you're going to figure out what it is that you need to be able to do in a better way towards the end of this week. I will pull one more card on that to get a little bit more specific. But you are going to end up having the passion come back out. I can already tell you, well, and then it does show itself up here. So just let me have a card on what is the situation with the 5 of Swords, 4 of Wands, 4 of Cups, and the 5 of Swords here for Virgo. Well, I need you to fall out. I'm not trying to guess. Thank you. Ooh. 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 We have the Tower and the Devil card in the reverse position here from the In-Between Tarot. So there is something that the universe is trying to share with you to help you avoid a cray-cray situation. Can I get one more? They said you can have 2. Oh, wow. Okay, so Virgo, for those of you that are challenging yourself with the fertility of coin, choice, or work, we have the 2 of Coins in the reverse position. Okay, so the 2 of Coins in the reverse position is meaning that there's choices that have to be made. And usually if it's in the reverse position, it means that something was maybe out of balance for you and you had to make the decision that one of these things has to go in order for me to grow. So I'm carrying around something that I'm deciding I gotta let something go. Okay? You have the Magician and the High Priestess in the reverse position. Whatever this is, it's very, very emotional for you. It's something that you've put probably a lot of time and effort into, like your baby of some way, shape, form, or fashion. Something has to change. And I think the reality of it is that before the end of this day is over, for whatever it is for you, you're going to realize what that release of that situation is. So I want to take these one by one and just hit this again. 4 of Wands in the reverse position usually indicates happy home, happy work life, everything is in order, everything's lining up, there's a lot of joy. There's not joy. There's not an abundance of joy. There's no joy that is being fertilized in either this work or this home situation. Okay, and maybe you work from home. I don't know. I'm just trying to, be as general as I can. But there is an awareness or an acceptance, because this is the 4 of Cups in the reverse position. If there was a job offer, then you're realizing that there's an acceptance of a job offer. But at least this is an indicator that you're starting to see the sign and signal from the universe about what is supposed to be taking place for you. There's an acceptance of an offer of information of some way, shape, fashion, or form. The only reason the Five of Swords is here is because you feel like you still have to defend something at all costs. And the reality of the situation is the universe is like, no, you don't. No, you don't. We're trying to help you avoid a really nasty type of a situation here. It's okay. You have to drop something, let it drop. If something is not working and it's not building in the foundation that you thought it was supposed to, that's fine. Sometimes you have to make adjustments, but it's not an easy one for you. Okay, because it looks like you would have spent a lot of time with this. So the Magician and the High Priestess in the reverse position is indicating that this is extremely, extremely, extremely harsh type of a situation for you. Again, based upon the amount of time, which explains why the Magician again comes out in the reverse position the following day. That energy is still following you. Whatever this realization is for you, you're going to be able to overcome it, but it's not going to be a very easy one. That's why the standing your ground is in the reverse position, because it's like you're having to give yourself or this information over to a higher power or a different type of an authority. Let's go ahead and do some clarifiers on this one, okay? All right. Let's see. The Magician, we got Mercury, and the Seven of Wands energy in reverse. So it's got 7-7 in reverse. Interesting. And then we have this meditation on 7, higher wisdom, higher knowledge. I felt the need to put that back out there. 4 4s here. You do have ace. You do have 2 aces that are sitting here. So that does mean that there's a sharp turn of events here. Let's go forward here. Okay. 7 of Wands in reverse in conjunction with the Magician, please. Ace of Cups. Now you got 3 aces. Ace of Wands and the Magician. Yep, I'm done. I said what I needed to say. What's happening is that the universe is trying to show you that you have to just yield a little bit. Basically, they're saying, don't boss us around. We're trying to show you the logical steps. 1-1. Think about this as 11-11 if you really wanted to, but they're trying to show you, we've got this gate. We need you to just follow through the gate. Can you bring it down 3 levels, and can you walk with us through the gate? Ace of Cups and the Ace of Rods is going to bolster you back up. This Magician again, another 1. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 11 energy. They're definitely trying to get a hold of you about something. They're also they're showing me the calendar. So November the 1st or November the 11th, 11/11 coming up is also going to be a very important day for you as well, just so that you're aware, Virgo, okay? So it's not, you're not standing your ground in an over-aggressive type of a way. It's that you are yielding to what the universe is trying to share with you at this particular moment. So whatever you got to do for today and tomorrow, just go easy on yourself and just allow the signs and signals and synchronicities to hit you so that you can be aware of this message. Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands. Passion is ignited. Whatever information you get today is going to support you. That does explain again why the 8 of Cups is in the sideways position. This is the day where you start to make the turn and you realize you can't do the same thing the way that you've been doing it all this time because it's not getting you your ultimate level of happiness. You're going to let it go, whatever this anger is, and I'm going to call it anger or frustration at this point, this 5 of Swords. And at the end of the day, you're going to let all of the details out, okay? Or whoever you're dealing with is going to be letting all of the details out about what potential next strategy, next moves like that are going to be. But just to clarify, I will go back in here with these, the 8 emotional withdrawal, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yep. 3 of Wands, ships coming in, partnerships and alliances. Queen of Swords in the reverse position. Queen of Swords in the reverse position, so it could be Aquarius, Libra energy, Gemini energy. But with the Queen of Swords being in the reverse position, instead of her being over analytical and ready to chop heads, she's more in her heart space. And then the moon. Yeah, because the moon energy that was around revealed what it needed to be able to reveal. Okay? So therefore, when we get to the energy of Saturday, conflict and defeat is not even in your, it's not even in your viewpoint. There's no conflict and defeat of self, that's for sure. What is it that we're letting go? Hierophant. So for some of you, it could be a job. This is major arcana for Taurus energy. Could be a physical job that you are realizing you had to let it go. The Emperor in the reverse position means control over a situation. It could also be an Aries that you've dealt with, or the energy of this Aries full moon that just went past. Has a lot to do with what's going on for you. King of Swords. Yeah, whatever this is, you got all the extreme clarity and protection that you needed out of this particular situation. Okay, so if you had to leave a job and you put in 2 weeks notice, or you did one of those different types of things, and know the universe is supporting what it is that you needed to do. Okay, and so when we get to the deception and envy, beautiful Page of Cups. That's the beginning of a new emotional experience. Gorgeous loving messages on their way. We have the Devil card, Capricorn energy, and the Tower. Yes, this is what the universe is saying. By accepting this new offer, you are avoiding a catastrophe. That is this card right here. Okay? That's this card right here. So you're avoiding this catastrophe here on Tuesday by realizing where loyalties lie within yourself compared to whatever it is that you're dealing with, whether it's person or business or whatever the type of situation is for you. There is a shift happening and the universe is showing you, and you are going to definitely be feeling it this week, but you're going to come out ahead. So I really do like that energy. So before I go on to the individuals here, we are going to pull some oracles. They're just wanting to say that's okay for you to be emotional. The decision that you're making is going to be the better part of the relationship for you. And it's okay to be emotional and be in your feels and feel your feels and honor your water. And they're doing it slowly for you. They're doing it gradually so that you are not, what's the word? How do you say that? It's not overextension, because that has a lot, well, so that you're more in control over the next steps. Because if you don't realize it, then this is something that's meant for you, and you just have to be able to honor that in the next moving, look at that, moving forward, going with the flow, and you need to summon the courage and self-confidence about what you feel might be competition in your way. Okay, so go with the flow, honor your water. You definitely are moving forward. Get ready for positive change. Okay, we're going to focus on that one. Get ready to focus on positive change. Whatever this is that's changing, that is shifting, that is migrating out of your life, this is leading you to a positive change. Okay, so I'll put those guys there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to go on with Angel Prayer card. Thank you. Spiritual abundance, Virgo. Spiritual abundance. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. Now, abundance doesn't always just have to mean dollars and cents. But again, I told you that this card we're talking about is connection to our higher realm, and is very spiritually heightened. Okay, so not only are you like capturing the messages that are being shared with you, they're showing you how to shift into something that's going to be more fruitful, that you will love. Okay, so whatever decision it is that you're making, you go, girl, guy. Okay, let's move over to this. Let's go to our, which deck is this one? Angel Guidance. And then we'll pull the Keepers of the Light. and then we'll go into the individuals. But before I do the individuals, I will read the back of I will read the details within each of these sacred geometry cards for you, okay? Spiritual abundance, baby. Ooh. Oh, you can't make this shit up, you guys. Look at this. Blessings and abundance, 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 abundance. Look, Virgo. They are, I don't know who sings that song. Oh yeah, I do. It's Pink Floyd. The money song. Money. Doom, doom, doom. Yeah, that's what's going on. They're showing you the steps to get that. Wow. Okay. And we have the energy of Lady Venus showing up here. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. So what you're experiencing right now are a lot of downloads and understanding. And so for many of you people, again, even though you didn't see this posted on Monday, that has a lot to do with the energy of this. You're a little bit clouded and you're being a little bit of a loner. So the sacrifice was just giving yourself time to listen to what the universe had to say. So it's like, Hangman, you kind of envision him backwards. So that's what's going on with that one. Wow, you guys. That is huge. 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 Okay. Let's go ahead and first pull the octahedron here. This green, pink, heart energy. Unconditional love energy that's here from the universe, flipped right to it. I open my heart and allow love of self and others. I open my heart to allow love of self and others. I open my heart to allow love of self and others. And so it is. Immerse yourself in colors of green and pink when needing to work with this energy center with your emotions this week. You can carry and sleep with the rose quartz, absorbing the complete vibration of love. Make sure that you're reading daily affirmations relating to love, and make sure to tell the people that are around you that you love them as well. And make sure you tell yourself that you love yourself. Get that done. Take 5 minutes a day and look at yourself in the mirror. Truly see how amazing you are. And then go shopping once in a while and spoil only yourself. Not the girlfriend, not the boyfriend, not mom, dad, not the kids. You. Okay? Allow others to help you. Okay? Because that is the universe also blessing you through somebody else. If someone is really being generous, a lot of the times it's the universe speaking through that person and helping them to create that level of abundance for you. So be on the lookout for people that could show up to support you as well. Like I said, yeah, rhodochrosite or kunzite. They're both pink stones also. I actually personally like mangano calcite. And I also really like kunzite. Not that I don't love my rose quartz, but those ones I have a very strong vibrational match to. Now, to move to the other card here, the Shri Yantra. Here we go. The only other words that need to come out of your mouth this week if you need support is Om. This card is a reminder of the importance of having some mental rest. It's asking you to take a short time out of your busy schedule to connect to your higher consciousness, to gain new perspective and clarity. New perspective, hey man. So let me just read about this one. Also, starting off with maybe your 5 to 10 minutes of meditation in a day, assume the position you will feel most comfortable. Now, most of the time when I meditate, I lay down. It's just easier for me. I'm not trying to get in a crisscross applesauce position with my old knees, not doing it. But laying down does work. Or sitting straight up with your back, straight up with your feet on the floor is also another good way to do it. Just sit in a chair, you can do it. But whatever way that you do it that feels comfortable for you, then you can just get that done. You can just say the word Om. Just say it. Or you can find a YouTube Om song or Hertz frequency or whatever and just listen to that for 5 or 10 minutes. Anyway, it's going to continue to raise your vibration. But again, The Sri Yantra can be utilized to increase the frequency of flow, especially when it comes to abundance. So you best believe that I'm going to be taking, one of the Sri Yantras that I have, doesn't matter which form it comes in, and I'm just going to be giving it gratitude of thanks, maybe put a coin or a dollar bill on top of it saying, thank you, universe, for giving me everything that I have. I'm so ready to accept more. Om vibration, bam, there it is. Okay, that is what's up. Selenite, also celestite. Yes, I didn't put that one. The blue celestite for angelic communication would come through. Do I have one in here? I think I've shown this before, but I'm filled with celestite here. Angelic communication. It comes in lots of different forms. Yep, clear quartz, singing quartz, apophyllite, high vibrational crystals, pyrite, and any of the energy colors of this wheel is going to help you. Now, if you are a Virgo sun, these are your additional messages. Firstly, you got eagle, communion. This literally is the universe trying to get your attention and saying, hey, we're trying to talk to you right now. Could you be quiet? Could you listen to what it is that we're trying to say? The fairy cards that come out this week, so we're talking about pure intention. The fairy of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure attention and attention to the highest good of all. Pure intention. Okay? Think of fairies if you don't have an appreciation or understanding of like little teeny tiny angels. Tiny but mighty. Yeah. Here's the situation, Virgo. Cracked open. Surrendering to the alchemy of life. You literally can do nothing else. Rock bottom is what they say here on this one. As an alternative, you can't do anything else. So you've got to allow the universe to crack you open so that they can expand you. There's literally nothing else you can do. It's time for the universe to step in and support. Okay? And from the sacred moon, we have friends. So this is the 11th house. Okay? Let me just take a quick peeky peek here. Yeah, 3 of Cups energy is the celebration. So make sure that you're with friends. It's possible that you have a friend that is offering you some information. It's possible that your friend helped you lead you towards this new situation. But there is an opportunity to celebrate with your friends. And it's also possible, like I said, your friend could be one of the individuals that is going to provide a blessing for you. Okay? If you are a Virgo rising, these are your additional messages. You have effortless waterfall, going with the flow. Water energy this week. The fairies, talking about moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to help calm your emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is absolutely possible. Okay? Moon energy. Some of you are receiving those downloads, and those downloads that are coming through is coming from your star family, from your angels, things of that nature. High piercing noises in your ear, whether it's the left or right, you're receiving more downloads. The card that comes out is the High Wraith, talking about being homesick for the stars. Okay. Just talk to your pantheon of people. They never leave you. The energy of Neptune and sacrifice showed up here. So you have to think about this in terms of balance. If you're giving something to someone that you're not giving back, you are sacrificing your energy for the sake of someone else that you're not getting any effort back from. So just maybe think about it in that term. Maybe that will help you. Now, if you're Virgo rising, these are your additional messages, okay? Vigilance. Stone people, vigilance. The fairies are talking about precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most out of your precious time. So be mindful not to waste other people's times either, okay? You don't want your time wasted. Don't waste other people's times. But one of the things they're saying is that they've got things for you to do, and it's also time to move forward because the balance of energy is needing to change. The the Lost Lands card comes out of this. Soul Memories and Gifts. You have done this before, Starseed. Soul Memories and Gifts. So the Venus card that also pops up with this is also sharing with you that the downloads that you're receiving have a lot to do with additional gifts that the universe is sharing with you, which is why it's time to move forward. Okay? They just gave you the big box of crayons, like the 125 box of crayons. You got to get past the 8 that you've been using your whole life and expand, which means you got to move, right? You got to move. And then here you go. Virgo moon. Virgo, I analyze. Analysis paralysis much? But this is the energy of the Hermit, obviously. And so you're trying to analyze something to death, and the universe is like, we already have the answer for you. So if you will come out of your head a little bit and let us show you, we're already laying everything out for you. Hermit mode does also appreciate the fact that, you know, he's traveled a lot and he has picked up a lot of knowledge, and he's ready to share that knowledge with other people. But he also has to come down the mountain, or other people have to come up to meet halfway in order to have that energy exchange of information, right? So either way, it's a good opportunity for you to step forward into a new direction with new gifts and new understanding and new insights as to what it is that you're going to be able to do. So whether you're Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, I hope that you were able to receive a lot of information out of this particular reading. If you did, please make sure that you give it a like so that I can be found in the algorithm to help other people as well. Feel free to share this out. I would appreciate that if you did too. Comment below. In the description box below, you're going to find my contact information for email, and as well as how to find out how to book a personal appointment with me. That is my first love, and so I love helping people do that. If you didn't get everything that you needed out of this particular reading, Virgo, please make sure that you're taking a look at your full sun sign, your full moon sign, your rising sign, and find your North Node in your chart. Okay, that's really going to help you tie all the pieces together. Otherwise, that's what I have for you guys. Many, many, many blessings, and we will talk to you in November. Bye for now.